تتخذوا آيات الله هزوا. فيها عند أهل التفسير وجهان. الوجه الأول هؤلاء الذين يعبثون بالرجعة يستخدمونها ضرارا، يرجع زوجته لا ليمسكها بمعروف بل يستأنف طلاقها ليطيل أمد عدتها ليضار بها. هذا أحد التفسيرين، وقد وردت في هذا المعنى آثار كثيرة عن السلف. الرجل الذي يطلق زوجته وقبيل انقضاء العدة بلحظات يراجعها ثم يستأنف طلاقها، وهكذا وهكذا وهكذا. لعلك تدرك مدى قبح هذا التصرف عندما تنظر إلى ما كان في زمان الجاهلية. لم يكن للطلاق سقف، الله جل وعلا جعل للطلاق سقفا، قال الطلاق مرتان، أي الطلاق الرجعي مرتان. لكن في زمان الجاهلية لو طلقها 100 مرة لا يزال له حق في الرجعة، وبالتالي يضار 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 يضار. فلا هي مطلقة ولا هي زوجة، بل هي معلقة، بغي وعدوان واستطالة. الله جل وعلا رفع حرجه عن المرأة المسلمة بما أنزل من تشريعات بينات حكيمات في باب الطلاق، عندما قال الطلاق مرتان، وجعل مشروعية الرجعة مرتبطة بإرادة الإصلاح، ثم جعل الطلقة الثالثة نهائية لا رجعة بعدها، لا تحل له من بعد حتى تنكح زوجا غيره. التفسير الثاني ولا تتخذوا آيات الله هزوا، هؤلاء الذين يلعبون بالنكاح أو بالطلاق. يطلقوا لا أنا كنت بضحك، أنا كنت بمزح، أنا كنت بهرج. لا يا أخي، إن العصمة قد جعل الله ميثاقا غليظا، ليست موضعا للعب ولا للهو ولا لسخرية، بل إن جد الطلاق جد وهزل الطلاق جد. ما دمت قصدت إلى اللفظ، الشارع قد رتب النتيجة على لفظ وإن لم ترتبها أنت اقصد إلى اللفظ، أما ماذا أردت به بعد هذا ليس إليك. أنت قصدت إلى اللفظ والشارع قصد إلى إلزامك بإيقاع الطلاق. ولا عبرة بالدعاية أنك كنت تسخر أو تلعب أو تلهو أو تستهزئ. ولا تتخذوا آيات الله هزوا. واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم وما أكثر نعم الله على عباده. والمقصود بها بصورة أخص في هذا المقام ما أنزله من تشريعات حكيمات في العلاقات الزوجية، من نكاح وطلاق وعدة ورجعة، معالم بينات هادية يقوم معها الناس بالقسط ويرتفع معها الظلم والغبن في العلاقات الزوجية. وما أنزل عليكم من الكتاب والحكمة، الحكمة هي السنة، يعظكم به واتقوا الله. اجعل بينك وبين غضبه وسخطه وعذابه وقاية من فعل المأمورات واجتناب المنهيات والتورع عن المشتبهات. تقوى العمل بالتنزيل والخوف من الجليل والاستعداد ليوم الرحيل. واتقوا الله واعلموا أن الله بكل شيء عليم. هؤلاء الذين يمثلون دور الضحية في الخصومات الزوجية، يأتي إلى القاضي أو المفتي أو المحكم ويقدم نفسه على أنه الضحية المعتدى عليها، ويسوق من زخرف القول ما يحاول أن يزيف به وعي المحكم أو القاضي أو المفتي. وما درى هذا الظالم لنفسه أن قضاء القاضي لا يحب.
That's totally forbidden. As Sheikh said, even the fatwa of the judge or the opinion of the judge based on what proofs or evidence you offer him or you show him is gonna be against you if they are fake. If you act that victim role, when you are not a victim, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be the judge in the day of the judgment, when your hands and your tongues and your skins, even your skin, would have testimony against you. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows everything, knows all. Whatever hidden, whatever unseen, whatever you don't know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows it very well. So whatever deed you do, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is knowing it. He's a witness for everything, tiny thing, small thing, big thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He knows, and He knows all things. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded or order the divorced woman, when they fulfill their term, the iddah, the term, so when you divorce women and they have fulfilled that term, do not prevent them from remarrying their former husbands if they agree among themselves. This verse was revealed on a case that Ibn Yasar, his sister was divorced, and then he came to her brother. He asked him to marry her again. So her brother start blaming him for, or telling him that I have helped you to get married to her, I have helped you to do such and such and such, and then you divorce her, and today you are coming to ask to marry her again. No, wallahi, I'm not gonna allow you, because he was the wali. But as Sheikh said, the wife or his sister agreed to marry him or remarry him, and the man was actually willing to marry her or remarry her again. But as we know, sometimes shaitan comes and just whispering or does these things between, or that dispute between a couple. So the scholars the scholars actually took out of that story that a woman cannot marry or get married without a wali, because the sister of that Sahabi couldn't remarry that man without the acceptance of her brother. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed that ayah, or had revealed that ayah. لا تعضلهن means do not prevent them from remarrying that person, because he was a good person. If they agree, if there is a kind of agreement between them, and that agreement has to be in a good way, ma'roof, a good manner, a good way to do it. So do not exceed, or do not exceed, or do not violate the boards of Allah, or the bounds of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's a clear message from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a clear command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to prevent that zulm, So if from preventing the wali to use his power or his authority to prevent his sister, for example, or his daughter to marry or to remarry somebody that she is in agreement with. In this case, the wife or the woman would just ask the wali or the sultan to be sultan or the judge to be her wali. So, but Sheikh said we also need to do that in a nice way. So al-adl, or to do that against your daughter or your sister, to prevent them from getting married to those they would like, when his equivalent, when he's good, when whoever comes to you but he has good deen and good khuluq, so marry him or get him married, whoever he come to ask for. So even try to get some people who would listen to a sheikh, one of the family members that he would listen to. But so in outside the Muslim countries, it would be like the Islamic center in this country, on that country. But within the Muslim countries, the judge is the person that he would do that. So the Hanabila said you go to the sultan, but this is the last in that chain. So you try first the father, like there is. So the father first, the wali should be the father first, the son second, the brother, the uncle. So if these, all of them, they prevent to do that kind of marriage, they are afraid of getting or having any dispute between them and the family. So it goes to the sultan, the judge, or the sultan, or the sheikh. There is a chain again in the wali chain. So as Sheikh said, the Prophet ﷺ said, Sultan or the ruler is the wali of those who do not have a wali. So the next verse, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about the mothers that got divorced. So these mothers, they can breastfeed their children 2 complete years for whoever wishes to complete the nursing. Upon the father is the mother's provision and their clothing according to what is acceptable. So when the woman get divorced, so they are divorced, so she can actually, again, there is children between them, so these children, they have right over their parents. So again, the mother can just feed or breastfeed that child or these children. And then the father can just pay whatever they ask for, like clothes. So the scholars use this verse the rada or the breastfeed during the time that Shara has accepted, which is 2 years. So outside that period, outside that time, it's forbidden. All fuqaha, all the scholars, all the wives of the Prophet, peace upon him, except Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her. You know, because she witnessed a case when the Prophet, peace upon him, gave a permission to the wife of Abu Huzaifa to breastfeed an older boy. His name is Salim. So when ayat of adopting kids was revealed to the Prophet ﷺ, and this boy was a little bit older, so they get used to him. He's just like a son. So Abu Hudhaifa came to the Prophet ﷺ, complain about having that boy in his home. So the mother want to have this child, and Abu Hudhaifa doesn't like to have like a boy in that age with them in the same house. So the Prophet give that lady special permission to breastfeed that boy, so he would become like min al maharim. So that's the only case that Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, was again, this is very specific case. It's so this fatwa, as most of the scholars said, it's mainly for that specific case. It doesn't go for similar cases. So all the wives of the Prophet, peace upon him, they refused that opinion, and they said that opinion or that fatwa or that whatever the Prophet ﷺ did was just for that case, for Abu Hudhaifa and Hudhaifa and son, or their adopted son Salim. It's not a general case. So they couldn't generalize. They did not generalize. But again, Aisha is the only one who said it. So the Sheikh is still discussing that special case. Again, the Prophet asked Hudhaifa to breastfeed that boy so he could be among the maharim, and her husband would be actually okay with that. So again, we can see from that story that Aisha understood that this is a general case, but all the other wives said no, that was a very special case. They didn't generalize it. So all the fuqaha said that was a very special case. And Sheikh just shedding light on that specific issue, because sometimes it's not only that issue, but could be like the different opinions of scholars. So we could actually take one of them and leave the others. So Ibn Taymiyyah uh, Ibn Taymiyyah said, if we have the same scenario, the same scene of that, like a husband and wife adopted a kid when they're not Muslims, and then they embraced Islam and they have a child, he would actually, or that fatwa to feed breast that boy would be fine. In that, again, it has to be exactly what happened during that case of Salim. So the wife breastfeed, and the father give the money, buy the clothing, and so on. Again, that has to be with ma'roof, with good manner. So it's something to be accepted by both sides, the two who got divorced. So sometimes in the cases that would take place these days, the two divorced couples would actually use the kids against the other party or the other side. So the Shara, as Sheikh is explaining here, has treated both the husband and the wife, those who got divorced, like mutual and fair relationship. So the mother, or no mother should be harmed through her child, and no father also through his child would get harmed. So none of them would get harmed because of the children. So again, the dhulm or the transgression is a very major sin, and we should avoid it. So the mother should not get harmed by her child, and also the father the same thing. So the Quran, even when it expressing that verse or that point, that وَلَا مَوْلُودٌ لَهُ means this child that was born for him is actually getting that kindness of the heart of the father. So and then Sheikh says, then if they both desire weaning through mutual consent from both of them and consultation, there is no blame upon either of them. So the Sharia stated that the child right over his parents, that he would be fed 2 years. So, but if the couple decide to do that before, it has to be like through consultation. It's like shura. You see, that's the beauty of the Sharia, that even it touches on these little things. And if they desire that weaning, it has to be through like a mutual agreement, a mutual consent from both of them and consultation. So again, the Sheikh is trying to explain the word shura. So again, there is no blame upon either of them. And if you wish to have your child or children nursed or breastfed by a substitute, you can have another person, another lady, to just breastfeed that child. There is no blame again upon you, as long as you give payment according to what is acceptable or what is ma'roof. So for example, the wife would find somebody to a substitute to breastfeed that child. So, but this substitute will be paid. So who's gonna pay that? Yes, according to this ayah, is the father. These are rules about who has the right of having the kids in his house or her house. Again, it has to be done through like an agreement, a consent. It's not through like a dispute. It's not like fighting. So when the father is a drunk man, he's not a good person. He doesn't make his rizq from halal. So in this case, it's better for the mom or the mother to have the children in her hadana. And vice versa, if the mother is not as good as the father, or she does something not good, also it's better for the kids or the children to be with their husband for their hadar. So again, qist or adl is the major part in judging the situation, such situations. So who would spend over that child? If he has money, so he could get money from his money, but if he doesn't have money, it's the father's responsibility. Even he could be 20 years old, but he's still a student that he's not making any money, so the father is the one who's actually taking that responsibility. The father is the one who support him. The girl is the same thing. The girl, until she gets married or gets a job, also in return, if the father needs support from his children, especially the son, as the Prophet ﷺ said, you and your money is for your dad. So if the father is in need of some, so it doesn't mean that the son would change the ownership of his money to his dad. No, it means like his dad would be supported by him when he's in need. Again, when the father is in need, and there is a right over him to his dad, that he would support his parents or his father. It's a bear. It's among the better that you could offer your parents. So the ulama or the scholar said, if you argue your dad and your parents a lot, that is haram. That's not good. Don't take, don't, even if you are right and he's wrong, do not even argue with him. Do not try to show off or to try to make a point. So if somebody takes an initiative and supports his dad with some money, he doesn't have to come back and to ask his dad, hey, give me back, or pay me back. Even if you are among other children, so if you spend some money over your dad and your brothers and sisters did not do exactly or as you did, do not come back later and start telling them that I have spent over your dad. So again, this ayat, they shed the light on the rules of the Islam or the Sharia in such cases. Marriage, divorce, the children, life, and so on. So hopefully we can follow